In terms of the financial aspects of getting a film funded and doing that aspect of it, that's probably more towards the end before you can get to the finish line, I would imagine. Can you talk a little bit about that process in terms of how that goes at a high level?
It's incredibly difficult. It's harder than it's ever been, unfortunately. I mean, look, you're asking people for millions of dollars, unless you're making films as a hobby, or a slightly exaggerated hobby, which people do, and I'm not knocking that. That's fantastic. And you're doing it on your iPhone or, cheap equipment with your friends. It's millions of dollars to make movies. So you're asking people for a lot of money, and there's a lot of product out there. So it's very, very competitive. So financing films is extremely challenging and tough, which is why tax credits and government incentives are so popular, because it is more accessible financing than private money, which is why every studio in the world, from Netflix, who has more money than anyone, and Disney and all these major studios, they're shooting in Canada, they're shooting in the UK, they're shooting in Georgia. Marvel shoots almost all their movies in Georgia. Yes, they have great crews and all that, but that's not why they're going. They're going because there's a tax credit. They're going because the
Ah,
government is helping subsidize the cost of the movie by going there and employing all kinds of people and spending money in that region. So that's why films are such a global business. That's why there's so much shooting all around the world. It's
hmm.
not just for the look of it, it's for the financing of it. Some portion of your financing is always going to come from a private company, typically that is buying the rights, that is saying, in exchange for the money I'm going to give you, we are going to have the exclusive rights to sell the movie to the public for a period of time. And that money is very, very difficult to get.